how we love our players. And Henrik Klassen is one of
We
those.
saw with David
Yeah.
Warner though.
Okay. I can say the same about RCB. Okay. Don't get me started on RCB.
Hello all, welcome to Hit Cricket, your source for cricket analysis, commentary, and fun. Today I'm your host Rahul, and I have two crazy SRH fans joined alongside me, Nanesh and Yatin. So as you can figure out, we'll be talking about the Sunrisers Hyderabad, fondly known as the Orange Army today, and their retentions that they made prior to the IPL 2025 auction. So, first retention that they made was not the captain Pat Cummins, but it was signing Heinrich Klaassen for whopping 23 crores. Now, some people might be questioning this price, but in my opinion, I think it's a very fair judgment for the type of player he is. He's one of the best batters in T20 cricket in the world at the moment, as we saw in the last IPL and in the finals at the T20 World Cup and through multiple other performances. Moreover, I feel that decision to retain him for 23 crores sparked the idea in other teams and other players demanding more than the fixed budget slot that was given by the IPL. What do y'all think about this retention, being SRH fans?
No, I think it's a great move. I agree with all the points that Rahul has said. Considering how he has been performing for SRH since past 2 years, since has been bought for around five to 6 crores, I assume. He has done many great things for SRH, and yeah, I think the price is justifiable. Pat Cummins, whatever strategy he had, I think is perfect for retaining Heinrich Klaassen for 23 crores.
I mean, he's a great mentor, and like he's a great mentor of the team. He has his own batting techniques, and I mean, no one can match him when it comes to spin. He can put it out of the stadium in one hit,
Yeah.
no doubts.
I mean, yeah, what do y'all think about paying him that 5 extra crores apart from the 18 crores? I thought it was a masterstroke in influencing other teams because they released their retentions relatively earlier than other teams and prompted players to think, oh, maybe I can demand more than 18 crores and get that. So, what did y'all think about that strategy?
I mean, he deserves it. He's one of those players who's been with SRH for a couple of years now, and you know how we love our players. And Henrik Klassen is one of
We
those.
saw with David
Yeah.
Warner though.
Okay. I can say the same about RCB. Okay. Don't get me started on RCB. Don't get me started on
All right,
RCB.
fine, go.
You don't want to get me started on RCB. All right. So Heinrich Klassen is just he brings a lot of value, and he is a really down to earth person as compared to like other players, some of the other players at least. But he's really down to earth person. He brings a lot of value. So 22 crores is justifiable in his own reasons. And I'm sure the management had some reason to retain him for 22 crores. I mean, they wouldn't have just woken up and said, okay, let's just get him for 22 crores and just forget about it.
100%.
Okay, yeah, so that was Heinrich Klaassen. Next retention was the captain himself, Pat Cummins for 18 crores. Bought him in the auction for 20 last time. Outstanding leader, led them all the way to the finals of the IPL last year. Bowled some critical overs for the team. Played some crucial knocks as well at some points in the innings. A true bowling all-rounder who can contribute with the bat and also bowl 4 overs. And a tremendous leader. We saw how he led Australia in that ODI World Cup last year in India. So what do y'all think about that pick?
Like 100%, he is supposed to get 18 crores, considering how he turned the whole team around, whole team mentality around for a marriage. Because we were at the bottom of the table the year before that, and he came, he took the captaincy, he turned the whole team around. So 18 crores is not a big number for him, for SRH, putting on him. I think the price tag is perfect for him.
Exactly. I mean, he brought a team who was below, like it was bottom, and then he took them to finals. So you gotta think of it that way. Like we saw his leadership in 2022, 21,
No, no,
The
last year.
23 ODI World Cup and
23,
the
23 World
Champions.
Cup, ODI World Cup. we've seen his leadership again and again, and we know how good of a leader he is. He is also an Aussie, so he has some tricks up his sleeve. But yeah, he's 18 crores is definitely justified for him.
Yeah,
No doubt
especially the
about it.
connection he has with our coach, head coach Daniel Vettori. Considering they both are from Australia, I think he can lead the side to many more great things in the future. I think, and especially he has been taking up even in the auction process. He was the main reason for Heinrich Klaassen to go 23 crores. So he put himself below few like players so the team can grow. So he's a team player. So I think like 18 crores for him is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I wasn't a great Pat Cummins fan coming into the auction last year. I thought he wasn't worth 20 crores. Didn't show much with the ball before that, but going beyond the numbers itself, the bowling or the runs he made, it was just his mere presence on the field and his leadership qualities that I feel earned him those 18 crores. Like being able to lead the team from that down in the dump situation to a final run is something that is great. And I feel like they're trying to keep that same environment going for the next 3 years. So justifiable retention, in my opinion, as well.
Yeah.
Then next, 14 crores for the dasher, the slogger, whatever you may call it, Abhishek Sharma, the top of the order. I think it's a good retention, young player. I disagree with some of his shot selections that he makes in T20 cricket sometimes. I feel he should, choose the right ball before trying to go for shots and play more calculated innings. But I mean, we saw him break out in a huge way last season with the pairing up with Travis Head at the top, and we saw him get SRH off to such quick fire starts and give them a good platform. And he can give you a couple of overs on a favorable track on his day as well when SRH needs it, like we saw in that qualifier too against Rajasthan Royals on a turning wicket in Chepauk. So I think justifiable retention, but I think he needs to grow in the future to justify this, which I think he will. What do y'all think?
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, go ahead.
okay. Keep in mind, right? Pat Cummins gave that freedom to Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma. He gave them that job. Go out there, play your own cricket, take your shots. If you're confident about it, just go out and hit every ball you can. And that worked for us. And Abhishek Sharma is one of those players who is a true star. He's still in the making, yes. He's still
Yes.
young. He still has a lot of experience to have. But I mean, he's being trained by Yuvraj Singh, and he's being trained by some of the best coaches in the world, right? And he has a lot of time to
Yes.
improve. But I mean, the potential that we see right now, I mean, that justifies it.
Yeah, the
There's a
Yeah.
lot of
potential
potential in him.
is
I
undoubted.
agree to all of the points that you both said. 14 crores is again not a big number for a player like Abhishek Sharma, who has who was leading more runs last year with his strike rate, and like last year the strike rate was I think had Heinrich Klaassen and Abhishek Sharma, all of them were in that highest strike rates of last year, one of the top fives. So considering his age, and he can give us that future captaincy of purposes too. So I always think Abhishek Sharma is a person that can captain SRH in the future. So I think considering that many things that are coming in the future and his age right now, I think 14 crores is not a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, 14 crores for sure, like a young Indian opening batsman who can also give you some bowling is definitely justifiable. I mean, you got such a stud all around who broke out playing for India, playing some gems of knocks. That's definitely 14 crores is justifiable. I just think the shot selection should be in place a bit more and he'll be even more rewarding. But and said, he's given the freedom to just go out there and try and hit every ball. And I guess that translates to big totals. And when it comes off, it looks good. When it doesn't, it might not look the greatest. But hey, that's the freedom he's given, and we got to appreciate the backing that the captain and the coach give him. But moving on next, for the same price, 14 crores is Abhishek Sharma's opening partner, Travis Head. I mean, he's just been on a tear the last few years, the way he's just been batting, especially in the ODI World Cup, the innings he hit against India, and in the T20 World Cup also had a few good knocks. For SRH, just absolutely went lights off in the IPL, opening alongside Abhishek Sharma, scripting so many different kinds of records for opening partnerships, the fastest chase inside 10 overs, and then just being part of so many highest scores, record breaking chases, record-breaking targets. You can keep going on about Travis Head, and he can, like Abhishek Sharma, give you a couple of overs on his day. So what do y'all think about that?
I mean, clearly he's Travis Head.
Again, yeah.
That's all I can say. He's Travis Head. I mean, on his day, there's no bowler who can do anything to beat him. He will just smack you every ball, and he won't look twice about it.
Yes, I agree to all of that. And considering how they both Abhishek Sharma and Travis did last year, it was the right call to bring them back together again and give them another chance, another few chances at least. Like if they do good this year, bring them back next year again. So it was a great call. And also considering how again Aussies, there's a head coach of our team is Mr. Daniel Vettori, and a captain is Pat Cummins. So he already has that team bonding. Like he doesn't feel like he's somewhere else. He has the same people around him every time. So I think the 14 crores giving to is perfect. Like again, you cannot uh, like, say, "Oh, I'll give him like 5 crores to him." Like it's not. It doesn't work like that. If you,
It's definitely justified.
yeah, justifiable.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're adding up to that allotted budget of 75 crores at the end, you can split it up however you want. So
Yeah.
makes sense to give him 14 crores. I mean, he's such
Yeah,
a
considering
devastating.
how he has been, basically, I think we have the top highest scores right now. We beat RCB's 263 with 287 and 277 around that. Both
2007.
of
Yeah.
those games, he has been the base. So he started very good. He led the team to a good score, and he had the highest power play also in on his name, I think. So with all these stats on him, I think 14 crores is not a big deal.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Being in the orange cap race and being in the high strike rate race at the same time is no joke. I mean, so definitely worth 14 crores. Even though he's an overseas player, you're not going to get such a devastating player of that quality in the auction that much. And also,
After,
given that he's playing in Hyderabad, which has become a road over the past couple of years, definitely worth it. He can win you 4 or 5, 3, 4 games with the bat on his own self. So yeah, makes
yeah,
sense. What are you about to
considering
say, Shane?
after we missed David Warner, he's another David Warner for us, I feel like.
Okay, debatable, but okay, we'll move on. And then next, the
Okay.
last
One second.
retention.
One second.
Okay,
How is that debatable? Talk to me. How's
okay.
that
I'll just
debatable?
say I think David Warner is a way more consistent player, first of all. I,
Okay.
I know he's not that devastating as a
Mhm.
batter, or he's not that scary to look at, but come on, man. David Warner's prime was giving you 500, 600 runs a season at a solid strike rate. And,
Mhm.
you know, he was the one of the only batters in the batting lineup who was dependable when SRH made that 2016 run to the victory, or when they were making those 5 playoffs in a row. David Warner was one of the only dependable batters, and
Mhm.
almost the load was almost on him to score the bulk of the runs, and that too at a good strike rate so that SRH can put up good totals. Now Travis Head has a solid batting core around him, which gives him the freedom to play his shots. And if he gets out, it doesn't matter. But I don't think the situation like that was for David Warner. The way he brought the team out of all kinds of trouble in 2016 and in other seasons, and also the consistency and the strike rate he maintained across seasons. I mean, I'd make a case that David Warner is probably the best overseas player ever to play in the league,
I
alongside
won't
AB de
debate it.
Villiers.
Okay. Yeah, David Warner is just. I think
I
whenever
just
you hear about.
what I was trying to say was, um, after like missing David Warner, we have another David Warner in
Yeah.
similar
Correct.
similar.
Correct. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, no one can like. You can't compare David Warner with anyone, honestly. You can't. Because David
yeah,
Warner is one of those guys who's like, he's half Indian, he's half Aussie at this point.
yeah.
He's half Hyderabadi and he's half Aussie.
Yeah, I mean Warner in his prime was a different beast, but Travis Head batting like this is scary to any opposition. I mean, you can't doubt
Yeah.
that. But the next retention, the final retention, undoubtedly, according to me, one of the steal of all retentions, Nitish Kumar Reddy for just a mere 6 crores. I mean, he's directly like how a direct replacement to Hardik Pandya and plays alongside him.
Exactly.
That type of pace bowling all rounder who can bat for you at number 4, number 5, score quick runs, bowl 3 to 4 overs. You don't see that commodity in Indian cricket other than Hardik Pandya. So the fact that SH was able to just secure a deal with him at 6 crores, absolute mind-boggling steal. I don't know what else to say about that. The service he did for SRH, filling that middle order role and bowling solid overs at good pace with the ball. I mean, a steal. What do y'all think?
It's a steal. And for his craze that he's having right now, and he could have gone to any other team. I respect him for sticking to back to SRH, even though it was only 6 crores. He wants to be with SRH. He wants to give back the trust that SRH has put into him last year. Even last year, if you remember, before he even started playing, I was like, give Nitish Kumar Reddy one more, like few more chances. I know he will start doing good. I remember that, and I'm proud of him. 6 crores is less money considering how he is doing,
Correct,
but
exactly.
I like how he has stuck to SRH.
I think he would have
Again,
definitely gone 14 crores in the auction minimum, or
yeah.
like at least 12 crores in the auction, considering the skill he brings.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? He has the potential. He has mad potential to like go to Hardik Pandya's level, right? You know how just look at Hardik Pandya, how big of a player he is, right? Nitish Kumar can be in the next Hardik Pandya for sure, without a doubt. And he just needs to have that direction given to him, and he needs to have that support. And he feels like SRH is giving that support.
Considering he's an Indian too, it's not
Yeah,
like we're going back to like dependent on overseas. Like this year, we have Nitish Kumar Reddy and Abhishek Sharma as our prime batters, and
and
even both
they're
of them,
both young.
yeah, both are young, and both of them can give bowling also.
Yeah,
One or few overs of bowling. And Nitish Kumar Reddy, once he develops, he can give 4 hours of bowling too.
yeah,
So, uh, like considering the age, I think it's a great choice.
I
And a
mean, I
great
think
choice from Nitish Kumar Reddy to stick to SRH.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, in red ball cricket, Nitish Kumar Reddy is actually touted to be more of a bowling all-rounder. So he does have that bowling skill set that I feel was not tapped into like fully in the last season. So I'm definitely sure he'll improve as a white ball bowler and contribute more with the ball as well, along with the bat
Yeah,
for
with Pat
SRH.
Cummins there, he's also a bowling semi all-rounder, but he can give him a lot of tips. I mean, he has a lot of experience behind him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and why I call this like a very like good deal is because 1 week, I'm pretty sure 1 or 2 weeks before the retention deadline, Nitish Kumar Reddy was still uncapped, and everyone was saying SRH could get him for 4 crores, and that would be a steal in itself.
Mhm.
But the fact that even though he got capped, they were able to secure a deal for not too much over that 4 crore limit and make him happy, make him stay, and also work around with the other players. That's where I think is the genius of the retentions that they made. That they were able to convince Nitish for 6 crores and distribute the rest of the budget along the other marquee players that they have. So in that way, I think SRH did a fascinating job on the retentions. My only concern is the amount of Indian players that they have to target in the auction, but we'll save that for later. Yeah.
So, with that, I think we can conclude our uh, retained players.
Yeah.
We'll see you on next video.